Hello, good morning everyone. Hello, hello. Hello, good evening everyone. Am I audible? Can you all confirm? You can type in the chat box if my voice is loud and clear to you. Hello. Okay, I think I'm audible to all of you. Like, we'll start the session today. Okay, so basically, this course is about. I'll share over here directly. This course is about BIM mastery. Okay, so many of the people like have inquired me about, sir, if you can allow us to join a free demo class or a free class about what exactly BIM is, what type of courses do you teach. Like mostly people, they join the 3 months of training course, or they take some small workshops which we have. And many of the people are following iWorkstation since last more than 9 years almost, right? So I won't go into too much detail about what iWorkstation is and what we do. We will directly focus on what exactly we teach from the day 1 itself. Okay, so here I am going to show you a small course which is named BIM Mastery Job Ready Revit AEC training, including the architecture, structure, MEPF plus Dynamo. Okay, so basically today I am only going to talk about this particular course. So this course is a self-paced, self-learning course. This course is basically more suitable for the people uh, who have a little bit of experience about working with the BIM or working with different softwares used in the BIM industry, like Revit, maybe Navisworks, AutoCAD, Primavera, Dynamo, right? So, or maybe you have a little bit of experience working with a company, or maybe you have some experience taking some course from any training institute. So this course is like a fast track course for the people who want to get a mastery in the BIM. What exactly you need, there will be a complete roadmap of all the different topics which is required in the BIM domain. Okay, so later you can go through the entire description of this particular course. I'll directly move to the content. Okay, so here you get a free course which is already included inside. It's called a Making a Career in BIM. So this is basically a recorded videos of a live workshop day 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so you will get a recorded videos of the live 3 days workshop which is called as Making a Career in BIM. You can go through the sample files over here. There's even a step-by-step guideline to get BIM job ready. So I'm gonna talk about this, and we're gonna see a little bit about the software, what exactly different type of BIM projects are there in Revit, and what the people are really looking for in the industry. Okay, I guess I am good so far. All of you can reply to me. Can you all hear my voice? Okay, let's do one thing. All of you can type in your name and just let me know where are you from, what is your name. Okay, so I'll be able to understand where the audience is coming from. Okay, just type in your name and where do you come from. That's it. Okay, we will continue the session. Yeah, So basically this is a step-by-step guideline. People know they want to enter into the BIM domain. Many people I have interacted since the last 9 years. So many of them have told me, sir, there is no jobs available in the market. There's no job for freshers. There's no job for like fresh graduates or even the students. There is no job available. So first of all, let me tell you, there are plenty of jobs which are available in the market. But the main thing is we don't have a proper roadmap of how to apply for these jobs, how to take a follow-up, how to give the interview, how to give the tool test, how to negotiate the salary. There are so many list of these questions which comes into your mind when you give a proper job interview of a BIM. Okay, so here is a step-by-step guideline which will help you to get BIM job ready in the next 3 months. Okay, I won't go into detail. I'll just give you a small brief about what exactly it is. Like step 1, we go for BIM learning. What topics do you need? Right? A basic architectural model, structural model, MEP model. You need to know how to create a basic door and window family. That's a basic about simple model creation. Okay, in that you can spend roughly around 15 hours. For this you won't even need a proper training from some big institute or a small institute, whatever you want to train. You can even watch some YouTube videos or you can watch some free tutorials available by iWorkstation. There also you will get some understanding of architecture, structure, MEP, basic modeling. Then you have a learning advanced tools and workflows which will roughly you will require around 40 to 50 hours. These are 40 to 50 dedicated hours. Like not just you are opening some YouTube tutorial, watching a video, and then you are telling yourself, no, I know everything, I should get hired in a company. Okay, so the company is not sitting over there just to, you know everything, that is one thing. But how you present that thing on a document or through LinkedIn or through your portfolio or a video resume, that's a skill which you need to build. People really know a lot of things about BIM. They really have a good hands-on experience or maybe hands-on skills working on the softwares. But let me tell you very clearly, the HR of the company most of the time is not really a professional in the technical domain, but he or she is really good in hiring the person. So he is given a particular checklist of things which is you need to have, like your basic portfolio, your video resume, your LinkedIn profile. If you cannot even show that you know these things, you have those skills, nobody is gonna hire you. I'm good so far? Okay. Yeah, so I'll continue. So advanced tools will be required. You can go through here, you can make a screenshot of this page as well, or you can come again to our YouTube channel, go through this video again and again to understand what exactly is required. Okay. Then preparing for a tool test. Once you have the understanding of the advanced concepts, then you need to prepare for a tool test. There can be different ways of preparing the tool test. Right. Then the step 1, when it finishes, then the step 2 comes. So 80 to 90% of the people, I would say, very easily do the step 1. Let me tell you more clearly. Like step 1 is the most easiest part. 80% of the people, they do the step 1 and they focus on step 1. Okay. Whereas the step 2 is the most difficult part. Whereas only 20% of people focus on this one. But the people who focus most of the time on step 2, even you didn't have a step 1 very clearly, or maybe some of the concepts you don't even really understand, still you can get a job very easily. So the priority for you is step 2. People don't even realize that they need a BIM portfolio, a professional BIM portfolio. You need to know what things you need to include in your portfolio. You need to know how the content of the portfolio should be organized. I will show you some contents of the portfolio, different examples of these portfolios. I'll show you the architect's portfolio, civil engineer's portfolio, mechanical engineer's portfolio, even an experienced person's portfolio who is just starting his career into the BIM domain. I will also show you some portfolios which are already the people in the BIM domain, and yet they still take my training, and because they basically want to switch the job role and get a better position or get a higher salary package, right? CV resume, cover letter, video resume, professional LinkedIn profile, all these things must be focused, must be essential. Without these four things, you cannot even think of applying for a job. Your answer, like you won't be getting any reply from the people if you just go through it. Important questions which you need to ask: introduce yourself, then there's a follow-up draft, LinkedIn message draft, so on. Using LinkedIn professionally, one day is enough to understand the LinkedIn professionally. Okay, if you don't take a lot of big workshop or a lot of classes about understanding how to use a LinkedIn, simple. There are few steps which you need to understand. Just one day is enough. Okay, and most of the learning will be like a self-paced learning. It will be based on your own experience, not just teaching, not just my teaching continuously about what is LinkedIn, what are the tips and tricks. No, I'm not gonna teach you so many things about LinkedIn, but yeah, the very important thing which is exactly required for you to get a job, okay, those things you need to learn. There are some tricks which you can use which other people are not using. Okay, then you can even go through the projects which is made by students. Let me share you this link. Okay, so the password for this is iWorkstation. Okay, I'll just type in the chat box over here. iWorkstation is the password. Once I share the link with you, all of you can directly open the models. Okay, let's say this mobile phone. You can even see from the mobile phone itself. You don't need to like specially go through a laptop or open this link. You can directly join from a mobile phone. Okay, here I can type the password. Okay, now it's working. It might take a few moments to open the software. There are others also, but this much is enough. Just one is enough for you to understand what it is. I'll open this one as well. Structure and architecture. Same. If I just copy this from here, Control C, use Control V. Here as well, Control V. So similarly, you can also open all the different links. Like this is one example. I'll share the link of this one as well with you. Is it working, everyone? Can you give me a yes or no answer? Is the links are working? Password for all the links are same, iWorkstation. Okay. Is the links working, everyone? Yeah. Okay. I think it's working fine. So you can go through it. It's simply like you have the model inside a web browser, or even in your mobile phone. You can open in a Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge, whichever browser you are using. Just copy paste this link and you can open the file. You can go through inside as a first person, walk around. Why I am showing you all these things is because there are so many applications in the market right now, but this thing is quite versatile for anybody to see your work progress. whatever work you have done, maybe you have created a small model which you can showcase. Let's say there's some pipe over here. I can right click on it and I can click on the properties over here. This is what gives you a flexibility of going around this model anywhere. Now I can come out. Let me just come out. If you go down, you press Shift and Q, you can go down, and I can go ahead. You can see there are so many pipelines over here. You can check which pipeline it is. Okay, I can see over here it's a sanitary system pipe. The pipe segment is plastic, schedule 40 mm. Let's look at this one, rainwater pipe. Okay, similarly you can check other elements as well. There are plenty of elements over here. You have a footing also. You can check which footing it is, what level, what is the material provided, or if there is a cover or any other key element which is required in this particular family. You can go through it. Now, like, let me come out. Yeah. Good. I think you can visualize. There are sheets also which you can later see from here. I will show you these sheets over here. So like many of the people, like they wanted to showcase their AutoCAD drawing somewhere. So what you do, you convert to a PDF and then show it to the client, send the PDF. So it's a very time consuming process. So if you just share a simple link with a model, all the sheets are already made over here. Let's say you can zoom in, zoom out. You can see the details over here. Like it's a pile foundation detail. Simply mention over here. You can look at the plinth level layout. It's a plinth level layout with a 3D reinforcement detailing in the different color zone, right? Like basically green is denoting the simple horizontal bars, single bars, 2 numbers at 10 mm diameter. Then there are stirrups as well, bottom straight. Then here in the other different distribution bars and 300 mm center to center distance. All the information is graphically maintained in the sheets. Have a look at this particular staircase. How beautifully it is described, that what type of reinforcement is going to be used, what is the spacing, how the shape will it be. Like if you even go to actual construction site, it's very difficult for a person to visualize a basic how the reinforcement or a rebar will be created on the site. It's very difficult for a person, normally human also, to visualize. Like we all are engineers or architects or construction professionals. Yeah, we have a drawing, but most of the drawings, in the traditional environment is a 2D drawing. This is also a 2D, but the way it is being represented is a 3D. Okay, it's a 3D reinforcement detailing. The same thing you can even visualize in a proper model over here. If you go to the actual model, you can even visualize these things in the actual model itself. Inside the model, there you will find. Let me show you this one, architecture. Here you can even visualize some other things in the sheet, like structural column material takeoff. Then you have a framing material takeoff, flow schedule, and so on, right? So there are multiple ways through which you can visualize a simple model. So make sure that all of you prepare. Yeah, no sir, it's not working. It's showing Fusion website. Yeah, it's a Fusion website only, and you need to put a password over there. You have to go ahead and put a password there. I just mentioned over here, iWorkstation is the password, right? Okay. Okay, so everyone have to mention, is it working for all of you? Yeah. Then let's have a look at a simple model which is basically in Revit. Let me show you a 3D model. This is a basic Revit interface which you're gonna see uh, whenever you are working with the Revit. Right now at the moment there is Autodesk Revit 2026, which is the latest version. So make sure that if you are applying for a job in the BIM, always apply with the latest knowledge of the software. Like I'm sure you won't be using Revit 2016 or 17 at the moment, but so many people they try to use the old versions. Old versions will have a different workflow, so make sure that you use the latest version and also share the model accordingly with a link. A360 similar like this is basically a fusion where you upload your model, like, and then it will make a link, small link like this, which you can visualize directly. Later in this coming classes, I'll also show you how you can upload this model into a particular link onto a Autodesk Drive website. Okay, and then share it with the people, whoever you want to share, whether it's a Revit model or whether it's a AutoCAD or it's a PDF image, a small MP4 video, anything you can share, any content, even it's a Excel file or a Notepad file, you know if a Word file, PowerPoint, anything you can. It's simply like a Google Drive. Autodesk Drive is simply like a Google Drive. There you can share anything with anyone. The basic main functionality of this drive is basically you can see and visualize each and every. You cannot edit over here anything, but yeah, you can visualize everything. Same. We can visualize everything what is there in this particular building. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, let me show you a 3D model over here right now. This is an example of a basic Revit model which the students create. For creating this model, you need a certain set of drawings. This is basically a CAD to BIM conversion. In the training, you're gonna learn about CAD to BIM, BIM to CAD, scan to BIM, different types of basic services which the BIM companies offer. Okay. So this is basically a CAD to BIM conversion type of 3D model which is created. But just from this small 3D model, a lot of drawings have also been extracted. A lot of deliverables have been achieved, like taking out proper quantity takeoff, creating a clash-free model, cleaning the file. Let me show you some structural drawings over here. It will help you understand much better how exactly it is. Yeah. This is one type of a structural drawing which is created over here. You see the reinforcement detailing in 3D, different views which is marked over here, some taggings. Let's have a look at the architectural drawing. This is the architectural drawing, basic 3D cutout of a 3 BHK room. Then you have a balcony, some section details, kitchen details over here. Let's have a look at A103. Yeah. A103. Yeah. You can see the exploded view of the entire building. Here you can see the foundation level, different levels. These are all exploded views. which when you work in with the proper model, you need to make it. Legends, you need to know how to make a different legends of different rooms available. There's also a legend with the name tagging. Architectural drawing, let's have a look at this one. 2 BHK bedroom. Yeah, you can see a 2-bedroom hall kitchen, one particular set of drawing with proper material. You can see the dado also applied over here, the interior, the furnitures, and most importantly, not just the technical drawing which is available over here, but you can even see the details, right? And let's say WC and the dado is over here, the sink is there, you have the slab and the tiles, you have a furniture placements over here. You can have a look at different schedules which is being made, like let's say the wall material takeoff. You can see the complete list of the entire wall material takeoff, number of bricks which is required in the entire project. Okay, that's around 1,57,929, and the cost of that brick. So obviously the cost of brick, one brick is multiplied by the cost of volume of number of brick is multiplied by the cost of one brick. So basically you will get the cost of total number of bricks. So here there are fields which you can go through it, like the cost of brick. You can see the formula over here. Like here the cost has taken as 7 Indian rupees for one brick. Okay, so similarly you can make it 7, 10, 20, whatever you are whatever element you are using. Maybe you are using a fly ash brick, so might be a different rate, or a burnt brick, or maybe some other material. So accordingly you can make calculations, rules, and then you can take the quantity. So quantity is not just for the walls, but for most of the elements which is required in the model. So you need to know how to take the quantities for basic elements, like architectural basic elements, wall, door, windows, like flooring, you have exterior plaster, interior plaster, there is a tile, there's a furniture, schedules. So these basic quantities you need to prepare. Then you have a structural quantities like rebar quantity, you need to have a foundation, footing quantity, PCC, column, beam, slab, staircase. All these things you need to have a quantity, like how much concrete is required, what will be the cost of these concrete. Accordingly you can tally that how much material have been used on the site, and then how much material was supposed to be ordered. You can have a tally and you can give a clarity about how much material was actually required. For sure, most of the traditional workflow have a quantity surveyor on the site. They have a different way of executing the quantities on through the sheets. Some people even use 2D concrete takeoffs, but the accuracy is quite less with the 2D concrete takeoffs. Some people use QB cost, which is also a good tool, but with the proper BIM model you can take the quantities much better. If you are actually implementing BIM, it makes sense to invest in these type of services. Otherwise, if your goal is just to get a quantity, QB cost is one of the tool which is widely used. Later you can see the sessions which we have about QB cost on iWorkstation and also on our app. Here we have plenty of sessions before. Like I'll just show you few. Like here you can see BIM QS workshop. Let's say here, yeah, some contents you can find. Class recording, study material. I guess not over here. Then we have a Tekla also. Tekla recordings you can go through. It's a basic workshop which we have taken long time ago, but a lot of content you can find over here. I think it's recording, yeah. It's an unlisted video, that's why the recordings are over here. When you go back, I'll show you the QS one, quantity survey. BIM QS Day-1, Day-2, 2D to 5D BIM quantity surveying workshop by Samim Ahmed. You can see over here is.
Ever wonder why many companies are choosing BIM-based quantity surveying? Well, it's time-saving software, G-File.
Yeah, so that's a 2D example of that one. Similarly, you can go through the iWorkstation platform. Here you can get plenty of videos related to BIM and so on. Yeah, so coming back to the topic, basically we understood about what is a BIM model, how you can visualize a BIM model, what different deliverables you can extract from a BIM model. Apart from this, we also maintain a proper WPR sheet that is called as work progress report. Okay, so let me just show you this work progress report, how it will be maintained. It will be basically for your understanding, like let's say there are 10 people as of now taking the training. Okay, so the 10 people name will be mentioned over here, their attendance will be maintained, whatever the recordings, whatever the sessions we are having on each and every day, the recordings will be automatically uploaded over here. Let's say this particular recording is uploaded here on this link. Yeah, so later you can go through and watch the recordings as well about this topic. Then you have so many other different topics like understanding documents, creating a BIM execution plan, you have BIM standards, BIM workflows, BIM implementation workflow, right? So today is a day one. So for us is also about BIM introduction. We haven't gone into deeper concepts about how we gonna actually create a model, but a basic introduction about what exactly BIM is, how and what is required for us to create a proper BIM model, right? Tomorrow in the coming class we are going to see the actual working on a Revit software. So I'll be showing you some basic tips and tricks which you can use to organize the sheet, make it properly visually appealing. If you are working professional or if you have already taken some courses in the BIM, it will help you to understand how to structure a proper sheet. Okay, so tomorrow's class we're gonna be spending more about understanding the basically documents which is required in the BIM and how we are organizing those documents, especially like a sheet, or maybe there's a quantity takeoff list, there's a different deliverables which we achieve like 4D 5D simulation, then there is visualization, rendering, walkthrough. All these things can be extracted through a proper BIM project, but how you have to do it, that is what we are going to have a look. Any questions so far? Anyone? Okay, Zubair, I think it's working well, fine. Any questions, anyone? You can type in the chat box. If you have any questions, we can take it forward right now. Yeah. Any questions? Okay, I think that's it for today's class. If you have any questions related to the topic today, feel free to discuss in the group which we have in the WhatsApp, and you can also reach out to me personally. Since this first week of session is free for everyone, so take an advantage of this free learning, and all the best. Thank you everyone for joining. We'll meet tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. Thank you.